for me, two for me, two for me. I need Crow, I need BBSBs, I need B's, I need all going to go and get some slums and FTs, yeah. I got plenty heat, snap on any beat. Woo! A whole lot of crows and we gotta eat. We got a whole lot of goals that we gotta reach. And we some pros with this crow, we just trying to teach. Yeah, I'm on Twitter Spaces with the Crow man. Every Sunday, Crypto Rockstar got the program. We the best community in the whole land. And we love CC and NFTs that go man. I'm on Twitter Spaces with the Crow fan. Every Sunday, Crypto Rockstar got the program. We the best community in the whole land. And we love CC and NFTs that go man.
All right, welcome everybody. This is episode 6 of the CRO-Tank. We have Slavic coming back for additional update. I believe we have Welty. I see Al Chimpone, Floater, Mr. Lucky, Crypto J. What's up, Crypto J? Hitty, Space, Aussie. I see Dollar Mint Club. I see Space. I see Aussie. Quietly listening. I hope you're doing all right, mate. Lynx, what's up? How are you doing?
I am great. I just opened my hard seltzer for the evening because it's Friday for me. And I am I'm so stoked to see our presenters this evening. I'm glad that Slavic came back with the fruit farm, and I'm excited to see Chupacabras with Welty. And I have to say a big shout out and big thanks to Mr. Woke and Texas for joining us as co-hosts tonight. And as panelists, because several of our panelists are out today, so we kind of pulled it together the last minute. Oh, and I got to hijack the CRO-Tank account. That's the best part of my Friday.
We love it, Lynx. You look so good with the CRO-Tank badge right there.
Thank you. I don't know what you're going to do to get it back from me.
We're going to fight back nicely.
I'm pretty sure I'll hand it over nicely, I promise. But I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying being in the host
Sounds like
spot.
a pink slip race.
Yeah, pink slip race. We need a pink slip race.
Yeah, we'll let you run with it, Lynx. I mean, you're so good at it now. I mean, I think you had your first space, I think, a couple of days ago. I think it was really cool. I believe that you are tremendous value asset to the CRO-Fan community, just not with hosting spaces, but contributing as such an incredible, in-depth contributor. So much to learn from you, and you're an amazing community builder, and not to mention the investing you put into the NFT art in the community, and you support the community as best as you can. This is really incredible to have you here by our side. And Mr. Woke, thank you again for being here. Certainly you rock the music, with the Ball Out Crypto. It's incredible. There's just so much happening now, community initiatives and all these cool beats happening from Young Hustler and other music artists combining with NFTs. And of course, Texas, welcome. How are you doing this morning or this evening for you, wherever you are?
Yeah, this evening I'm doing well. Thank you, Crypto Rockstar. How are you doing? You sound tired.
I'm doing fine. I just went for a 5-mile run and I had to stop. I saw some people practicing karate over here and I'm like, wow, this is what they do. People in the States play baseball, football, and these guys play with sticks and nunchucks and, they practice, martial arts. It's really cool to see the other parts of the world. You got to immerse it to really appreciate it. But yeah, I guess, do we have a order how we want to proceed tonight? Do we want to go with Slavic first, or do we want to go with the Chupacabra?
Ladies
with the new project?
Yeah, I think we have the Chupacabra project up first.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. Lynx, is it Slavic or Chupacabra?
Chupacabras. Yes. Yeah, Chupacabras first. We're going to have Welty come up and present first. And I've already got some tweets penned of her project so people can see the art and what she's been working on as she comes and talks about it. Would you like to speak now, Welty?
Oh, yeah. Hey, everybody. How are y'all doing?
We're great.
Doing amazing.
Good. Okay. So I guess I'll just go ahead and get into my spill, save everybody some small talk time. basically, the chupacabras are going to be a generative collection of 6,666 NFTs. They're going to belong to a series called the Crypto-Cryptids. For anybody that doesn't know, a cryptid is a mythical or legendary beast. We are going to pair these NFTs with informative interactive material from different cultures throughout the world. The first one we're doing, the chupacabras, is highlighting the Latin American culture, and you'll see that up in my art up top. The goal of these crypto cryptids will be to highlight the beauty and diversity and show appreciation of the cultures we dive into while providing real utility and knowledge to all the members. All of these things, all of the utilities that I list off are going to be applicable in a variety of settings and circumstances depending on where the NFT holders live. Our utilities will include crypto and DeFi 101 informational seminars, adult financial education, and that'll depend on where the holders are. So we'll try to accommodate everyone as well as we can. Language education based on geographic focus. So that's going to initially be Spanish and English. We're going to do cultural history informational seminars and culinary instruction as well. And that culinary instruction will primarily focus on Mexican dishes, I believe, at the moment, from local legends and globally recognized chefs. We'll do airdrops, giveaways. We have already started up a merch store as well. And then we're going to give mint passes to future collections for the early adopters. Our secondary collection of consumables will allow mutations to these chupacabras at different tiers. And then we have some lucky minters and mutators will also receive all paid expense trips and experiences as well.
That sounds amazing. Mr. Woke, you have your hand up?
Yeah, I just had a quick question. I love the concept. My wife is Hispanic, and she's been teaching my daughter Spanish. And every time I FaceTime with them, she knows some new animal name in Spanish that I don't know. I just wanted to know, is there gonna be anything for like kids or any type of that type of interaction? Like, or
That's
like
a great.
family, like storybooks or anything?
Honestly, I haven't even thought about that whatsoever. I do have a team, so if that's if they have talked about that, they haven't told me. But I could definitely see that becoming something we could work our Chupacabra theme into. I know Al and I have talked about connecting the crypto cryptids through some sort of story further along the line, but as of right now, we don't have anything in the works for that one.
Yeah, no problem. I was just curious.
Yeah, but I mean, all of the classes, the language classes, definitely kids or anybody else who has access to the same NFT that the holder does, they can definitely sit in on those classes and take advantage of that as well.
Well, I just want to acknowledge, first of all, that this is a female artist and female project. And I think everybody here knows that I'm a big promoter in the space of CRO-Fem initiative, of having women-led projects. And so thank you. Thank you for being one of those women who's developing the voice in the space. And if I'm not mistaken, you've presented already to the ladies of the LHRC, and then you've done a Blue Chip Stables AMA. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, I did that. Oh gosh, I guess last Thursday. I don't remember. Tuesday maybe. I think it was Tuesday. And then last Thursday is when I spoke to the ladies of the Lazy Horse Race Club, and both were really good experiences.
That's fantastic. And so I'm assuming that AMA is recorded somewhere with more details about your project.
Oh, yes. I have a couple more things. I just didn't know how in depth we wanted to go with this, since I know we have quite a few people to get through.
Take your time. Take your time.
We're pretty light on the schedule this evening due to the last minute organization. I apologize to everybody. We had a staff member who's been a little under the weather, so We kind of pulled CRO-Tank together late notice for this particular episode. But yeah, absolutely. So if you have more details, we have extra time for this evening for you to talk through them.
Oh, definitely. Okay, then yeah, I'll just go ahead and kind of go through a little bit of the extra things that I have. The merch store that I mentioned up above, we actually won't go ahead and launch that until we are at 100% mint out. And so I actually have our roadmap in front of me as well, that I can go ahead and kind of present. As soon as we hit 10% mint, 5 mint passes will be given away for the consumable collection. At 20%, we'll do a 2.5K crow giveaway. And then 30%, we'll do one custom chupacabra to an early minter. 40%, we'll do 5K crow giveaway. 50, we are going to give away a loaded lion and a Chronos chimp. Those will go to 2 separate NFT holders. So we are not just going to offload them on one. We'll go ahead and do a couple. At 75%, we're going to do 10 mint passes to the collection and then a 12.5 crow giveaway. And then at 100%, we're going to do a 20K crow charitable donation. And we're going to leave the charity up to the community. So we'll pick, I believe, 4 different charities to present to the community to let them vote on. So that way we can present that money to people that actually need it and that the community can agree upon. And then we are going to activate the timer for the second collection drop at 100% mint and the merch store opening, and then free swag to holders as soon as it sells out, which that would be amazing. Hopefully we can get to that. And then as far as the second collection goes, that will actually tie into the first collection by making it actually mutate. Okay, the mutations are going to be... Okay, before I go any further, does anybody have any questions?
I think I saw Texas with a hand up. Texas, what's up?
Yeah, speaking to the last question about family connection, I've seen previous NFTs do like coloring sheets. So is that something that you could consider as like taking one of your chupacabras or cash cows and turning it into a coloring sheet for the kids?
Oh, absolutely. That would be super easy for me because I have the way I do my art is I actually make a whole bunch of different layers on Procreate, and so I actually have quite a few just outlined stuff. So that could be super easy to just go ahead and make like a book of it, and either sell that or give that out depending on how we want to handle that. But yeah, that could be a really easy and nice thing to do for the kids. I really like that idea. Thank you, Texas.
Absolutely. So I guess the next thing you were going to speak about was the mutation part.
Oh, yes, thank you. The cows, which you just mentioned, we had actually previously named them the cash cows. I think we were gonna... No, they're the cash cows now. They were the crow cows. Excuse me. Yeah, so the cash cows are actually gonna be the mutators of the chupacabras. So the way that's going to work, since there are 6,666 chupacabras, there will only be 3,334 cash cows, and that'll total up to a 10K. But since there are fewer cows than chupacabras, not every chupacabra will be able to mutate. You'll really have to go ahead and snatch up one of those cows, and they will be separate. They will not be automatically airdropped since there are fewer of them. So if you do want your chupacabra to mutate, you'll have to buy one. You'll have to mint separately, and the chupacabra will actually consume the cash cow. So once that occurs, both of those original NFTs will go to a dead wallet. They'll be burned forever, no more at all. You'll be left with a brand new NFT, a mutated chupacabra. We are going to do some sort of legendary chupacabras that will be sort of the best of the best, what you want to try to mint and mutate. But other than that, you know, it's just going to be completely random.
Oh, and just to touch on that, it will be tiered off. So, depending on how many crow cows you consume and the chupacabra eats, it can mutate into a total of 3 different tiers.
That's really interesting. Texas, I'm sorry, Texas, go ahead.
Will there be any like animation when the transformation happens? I don't know if that's a little too like. Have you seen that where when a mutant or a bored ape mutates, they have little graphic or whatnot? It'd be cool to see a chupacabra eat a cow, like Jurassic Park style.
That would be super cool. I have nothing against that. That is something I think that we were talking about. I think we're trying to find the best way to do that currently. So it is in the works and it could be completely possible. We'll update you on that a little bit later, I imagine.
Okay, I'm back. Apologize. Can you guys hear me now? Okay.
Sure can, Crypto Rockstar. Welcome back.
All right. So I don't understand, first of all, how I get rugged in the country that has the best internet in the whole world. But that aside, first of all, I wanted to congratulate Wealthy, aka Chupacabra Project here, for being such an eloquent speaker. I mean, all the good things come from Texas, it seems like. There's so many good people and projects. They're, Texans. So maybe that's a sign for me to go ahead and look for a Fiat factory down in Texas and move my stables down there. But
And there's some good
I,
people in California too, Rockstar. Come on now.
yeah, but cost of living in California is so damn
I
expensive, and I
know,
think
dude.
all the
I know.
Californians are moving to Texas.
It's
So,
ridiculous. I'm trying to
but
look for a house. It ain't happening.
But yeah, I'm really impressed with this pitch where I would love to see Wealthy come into Sunday Space and talk about the project there as well. And so, since this was so, on point and concise, I believe that we need to bring it up to the wider audience. And obviously, we also are interested, where are you going to mint the project? And what's the timeline? And if you can tell us a little bit more about pricing. I don't know if I missed it all. I was in and out several times, but I couldn't hear anyone. So if you don't mind regurgitating that, I would really appreciate it.
Of course. Thank you for saying all of that. Yes, I love Texas as well. Always been here, probably always will be. Um, as far as where we are going to go ahead and drop, I believe we're doing Ibisus Bay, correct, Al?
That is correct.
Okay, just checking. So yeah, Ibisus, and it'll be dependent on the price of crow at the time. I think we are looking at the end of mid-April or end of April to go ahead and drop. So depending on what crow is at that point in time, we will go ahead and release the mint price then. As of right now, I don't believe we'll go too expensive because we do want this to be available for as many people as possible. But considering our utilities, we will have to price it appropriately so that we can follow through on all of our promises.
Wow, I love this. Lynx, let me ask you something. I heard that Chupacabra Wealthy was somewhat reluctant to come into these spaces and speak. Did you train her, you and Al, so well to come up here and just blow the space up with what she just did is a pure example for all other projects on how to do it. So I really want to
I can't.
I really want to know that because she is such an amazing speaker. And then we have Raмен's hand up next. But
I,
yeah,
I,
Lynx,
I
tell me please.
she is all on her own in her own merit. She's an amazing lady. But I will say that we did start with the smaller spaces to become a little bit more comfortable. So, ladies of LHRC, and then we did a blue chip stable AMA. And then now we're here at CRO-Tank and leading up to, as you just invited her to Sunday Space. So I do believe that she is comfortable and ready to talk about her project. And I think that's amazing. I think more projects should follow that lead of starting with the smaller spaces until they get their pitch ready and their project ready, and also coming in earlier. Welty has done a great job of coming in earlier to talk with these spaces rather than right before her mint date. So I think that's a prime example of what projects ought to be doing. So yeah, she sounds fantastic and she's ready to go. She's going to knock it out of the park.
I love the work and the amount of prep you guys have done. I can't wait for the details to emerge, in terms of the art. And obviously, I'm going to be looking out into your account. I just gave you a follow. So everybody in this room, follow Wealthy. This is going to be a pretty interesting project. That's all I have. Ramen is up next. Ramen, what's up?
What is up, crypto rockstar that I almost didn't recognize because of your new PFP and also unfamiliar CRO-Tank PFP? How are we doing tonight?
I love it.
I was literally looking, I'm like, wait a minute. And I looked up and I'm like, what is this? Chronos NFT Spotlight frauding a room? And I was like, oh no, this is actually it. Because I heard your voice and I'm like, well, that's definitely for sure crypto rockstar. But anyway, what's up, Crow fam? I came into the room a little bit late here. What's up, Woke, buddy? Good to see you, man.
His name threw me off last Sunday. Don't get me wrong. Excuse me. I was looking for the space and I was like, I'm typing in crypto rockstar. I'm like, yo, why isn't his name coming up? But these different characters were coming up. I'm like, wait, is this
He
it?
doesn't want to
Like
be
I listened and I'm
found.
like, it is it.
He doesn't want to be found. I know. I had to look at the at name, and I'm like, oh, okay, it is. Yeah, I did the same thing. He owes somebody money on the blockchain, so he's trying to, slide through. I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
damn right, Ramen. I'm hiding, in Asia right now. I'm close to my mate Aussie, and I think, that I've been out here for about a week, and I think we only
Hey,
spoke like 3 times for about an hour, and I thought we're gonna be hanging out all day long, and him being busy, me being busy, but we're gonna catch up hopefully soon. But yeah, I'm rocking a cool PFP from Wabi project here in Japan. There's so many NFT enthusiasts out here as well, as much as in the States. I love the fact that everybody's open to the blockchain and the NFTs, and wherever you go, it's just so much to absorb and learn. So I get inspired with all this stuff that I see as well. But I want to
love
really
it.
put the focus back onto the wealthy ramen. So I know you are as well very active in the Crow fan community, and you do the Rap to Earn with Slim. So, have you thought about coming up here and pitching one of your own projects as well? Because, I
Oh,
know that Ball Out Crypto and Young Hustler were discovered essentially in these spaces, and now they're essentially working on their own NFT projects. And between you and Moon NFT and, a few other guys, you guys have something impressive as well. I mean, that's something to think about. I mean, it just, when you listen to the wealthy do the pitch and what she's
love
trying to
it.
do, it's like, they are all so different that it's the uniqueness that makes you succeed, right? Because you don't have to be necessarily a 5K, 6K, 10K PFP project. You have to be different to be successful. You don't have to copy other people. And so I was just tentatively listening to what she was saying, and I was so amazed and impressed how good of a pitch this was. So makes me want to
Yeah,
do my own soon as well. So
I was actually I wanted to chime in because I seen that I was looking through the Welty's the Twitter and I was actually watching the live draw and I'm blown away because I don't have a artistic bone in my body to that sense. So like I love it when you can hear it in their voice and the way that she was talking about that and just the detail. I was just blown away and amazing. And I wish I was here to hear more. So, Welty, whatever it is, I'm sure I'll come and catch up. You definitely got to follow. For me, I know we got more folks that are coming on the show. So thank you again for letting me chime in. Welty, congratulations on that. I think you'll have amazing success. CRO-Tank, Rockstar, you know what it is, man. Love you guys. Well, love you, brother.
love you, Ramen.
And there is one utility that she hasn't mentioned. She's reluctant to mention it because she's not super well versed in the terms of the tokenomics and the DEX yet. But the Chupacabra project will be using some of the profits to own a percentage of a DEX. And with that, governance tokens for that DEX will be airdropped to the Chupacabras. and those governance tokens will be stakeable for the fee pool inside of the DEX, and the fees will be distributed evenly based on percentage allocations of the DEX to a couple different projects, the Chupacabra's included, and she will own a third of that.
Yeah, so sorry. I always don't mention that. I'm not as intimately involved in that yet. So until I finish all of my work, I won't know as much about that as Al.
Al, that's the second time you've done that, and I think a little script on what that means to her would be super awesome. My second question is, well, first off, you're a Texas artist, so you already are in my book. Crypto Rockstar already spoke highly of that. But another thing that Lynx said that you're doing right is I noticed through scrolling through your Twitter feed that you were in the community with Barn Cats and some other NFT purchases throughout the to build in, like buying into the community before you launch a project is definitely a good idea. So what are some of the NFT projects that you got into before December 17th and finding out you became an artist, certified artist?
Well, I think, oh gosh, what was the first one? I think the first one I ever minted was actually an LHRC horse. I did a couple of founders horses, and then my husband did one, and we got our barn cats and everything. So I think that was really my first. I don't have all that much disposable income at the moment, so I kind of mint and buy very sparsely, but I do try to support where I can. I have a Psycho Kitty and a Psycho Molly. I have a Doodori. I'm not sure if everybody's familiar with those, but I have one of those. Well, my husband has a couple more on his wallet. I'm trying to think of their specific names, but we kind of pick and choose what we think are cool. And I'm more of an art nerd, so I choose what I think is really really cool looking. So you know, I'm not super well versed in the whole financial side of it yet, which is another reason it's very important, I think, that we have the financial education in part of our utility.
Yeah, you got some airdropped Lazy Horse Race Club token. Snapshot was on the 13th, so that's gonna be, you're gonna have to import that to your EFI. So that's something Lynx probably will tell all the ladies and gentlemen at the Racehorse Club.
I love that question or comment text because, you know, when people come into these spaces, you know, all the brand new ones that come from other chains, they just think they're gonna drop their project and they're gonna win, do a cash grab. It's gonna be instant sellout. You have to build it slowly, and you have to become part of the community to be successful. So, you know, one of the things that I always kept saying to people, yeah, you can come to the spaces and shill your project, and it's just never gonna be the same. But once we know who you are, who is hiding behind that PFP, you don't have to shill a single day in your life and your project will just sell out. So I hope to hear more from you, Wealthy. We are excited to have you as well as the backing from Al Chimpone and the Lynx effect and the female presence in this NFT space, evening out the percentage. I know Ozzy is tracking it closely on the Sunday spaces. I think, you know, between you, Lynx, and Valerie, I think it was, or Victory, we were 50-50 in one of the Sunday spaces, which was incredible. That means we had over 150 female, 150 male, which is really evening out this NFT space. So thank you for being here. We appreciate you sharing all the details with us and hope to hear from you tomorrow night for me, tomorrow morning for you guys. I do want to welcome a special guest, one of our own Crow fan members, before we go over to Slavic. Red Falcon, how are you, mate?
Hey man, I'm doing all right. It's pretty late here. My partner is fast asleep, and we're both stuck in Portland.
So for the ones that don't know Red Falcon, he is an avid Loaded Lion Crow fan member. He lived in UK and lived in Ukraine, I believe. And
Mm-hmm.
so tell us, Red Falcon, how did you make it from Ukraine to Poland? I mean, did you essentially leave all of the belongings behind? Were you from Kiev or somewhere else?
Yeah, so mine and my partner's apartment was in Kiev. Amazingly, at the time of the invasion, I was in England getting my second dose of vaccine and getting ready to go on a sort of family holiday. But my partner was obviously still in our apartment, and she rightfully abandoned everything, went to her parents' place, which was sort of like much more in the center of Ukraine, sort of like away from the city centers, away from any targets or what may be. And then after a sort of very long, painful wait and stuff, like her family finally made a decision to get her to Poland, which I then went and obviously picked her up, and we've been here since trying to basically get her visa established and stuff so I can bring her back to my original country, which is England. And it's been quite the ordeal. But it's still, so that's mainly the reasons for why I've not been in the Sunday spaces, unfortunately, as much as I used to be before. But as Texas will know, that's definitely not straying away from being part of the community. A little hint, I will definitely be having much more of an influence on the community, shall we say, and in the very coming next few days, I will likely be one of the people that you start interrogating on these Sunday spaces as well, Rockstar. So I look forward to that.
Congratulations, Red Falcon. You deserve it. I mean, we had these conversation even before the Sunday spaces. I think it's like who from community would be a good representative, in particular for, especially projects such as Loaded Lion, and who can deal with difficult people, personalities, and who can manage things at a larger scale and have an open mind and work the roadmaps and things as such. And I could not have been more happier to find out that you are going to be around with us every Sunday going on forward. So hopefully your life is in order and you find an easy way to go back to UK with your significant other. And I wish you much luck. So hope to hear from you this Sunday again. Safety over everything, obviously. And
Yes, for
I just
sure.
feel too bad for all the people that are left in the country that don't have a way out. So unfortunately, this is, event that nobody's looking forward to, but we wish a lot of luck and success to all of the ones in safety who are left
No,
behind.
thank you. And I'd love to take a moment as well to just sort of give a big, massive thank you to, all the people and countries and stuff within Europe, Poland especially. I mean, literally, you can see the support for Ukraine everywhere you turn, like every single city bus and tram and poster and sign, everything has something to support Ukrainian people. In fact, literally right outside our hotel, there's this massive billboard, which literally translates to "Putin, go fuck yourself." Obviously, referencing one of the famous quotes from. For those who don't know, there was 13 territorial defenders from Ukraine. A Russian warship essentially threatened them, saying, "Throw down your guns, or we're going to kill you." And they all basically went out saying, "Russian warship, go fuck yourself." And there are still unconfirmed reports of whether they're okay or not, but it's definitely a legacy post in which they've done for sure. I won't officially announce what it is that I am doing for the project until the team have officially announced it itself, because I don't want to get into any trouble. But we're in the stage in the process as of right now. We're simply going through HR, and then contracts and things will be signed. And then I think I can officially announce the position which I will be having to help assist and build and develop in the community, which will be very fun.
I love it. Congrats again to you, and we hope to hear from you more in the upcoming Sunday spaces and even other spaces that are going
Oh,
to
for
be
sure.
happening
For
during
sure.
the week. But you're essentially an excellent asset. If I had to pick someone, it would definitely be you and some of
Oh,
the other
thank you, man.
ones that I know of. So congrats again.
Thank you, man. Yeah, no, for sure. The problem will be trying to get me to shut up, I'll be honest. I will be in these spaces on Twitter, on Discord, like you've never seen me before, and you guys will hate it. So look forward to it.
All right, Red. Again, thank you for being here. And Lynx, back to you. Do we go to Slavic next?
I just want to say before we move to Slavic, Red Falcon, my heart goes out to you and your whole family and everything you're going through. And I'm so glad that in this day and age we have internet communication to be able to hear from people all over the world about what they're facing and how we can help and how we can get involved. So I'm
No,
so grateful that you're here.
no, I'm massively thankful to the crypto community as well. In fact, I volunteered as uh, a, um, a PA for the co-founder of Ukrainian DAO, which as of this moment has raised over 7 million US dollars and stuff that has gone to the aid and support of the Ukrainian military and stuff as well, which has even had the support of the Ethereum founder, which has been fantastic. And also as well, crypto.com, they also sort of pledged money and stuff as well to the crisis, which has been phenomenal. So a massive thank you to every community internationally, those in Europe, those abroad, everywhere, everyone doing that bit. I mean, literally, it's a new age of war where it's information, it's decentralized, it's a lot to take in. But you know, everyone has been amazing. You know, my time, especially here in Poland, I've been doing my absolute best to not take up any unnecessary resources that could be used for someone else, because obviously, you know, I'm very thankful to be in a position where, you know, I do have a home in England with family, you know, I do have funds. So I don't want to be eating up anything for people who desperately obviously do need it.
I'm glad that you're joining us on Sunday Space as a CDC. Well, I won't say the title yet, but I'm glad you'll be present more in the community. And, we just wish the best to your family and everything that's going on. All right,
With
Texas, you
tough
have your hands
cookies.
up. Oh, I'm sorry. What was that?
No, I'm just saying that with tough cookies, we'll survive and prosper for sure.
For sure. 100%.
I'm so happy to see the captain of the Hello Spacein fan club back. I mean, this guy is just, I've known him for a minute, and Red Falcon is one of the coolest, well spoken people. And it hurts to hear that, he has had to go through some hardships. But that grit and tenacity will make him do whatever he's going to do so much better. And I'm so happy to be represented or have a proxy or just even have his ability to chat. So, welcome back, RF.
I think with that, we'll turn it over to Slavic. And I do have Blockheads, who I know he's not far into the development of his project yet, but I do know that he's got a project coming up. So I invited him up to speak for the last few minutes, just as a preview. I don't think he's quite ready to do a shill, but Slavic, would you like to talk more about what you're doing with your project?
Yeah, 100%. I'll start it off. Huge thank you to the CRO-Tank for allowing us to come up here for a second time. And a huge shout out to everybody in Texas developing amazing projects. You know, we got the Lazy Horse Race Club, Welty here, Texas, also native speaker here. So let's get some hearts for Texas as we are building right here in Dallas myself. So lots
Oh,
of hearts for
are you in
Texas.
my hometown?
What? Let's go. Let's go.
What? Yeah, I grew up in Duncanville. You're in my
Yeah.
backyard.
Yeah, I was born right here in Plano. So
Oh, you're North
awesome.
Texas. You're in North Dallas. Yeah, I lived in North Dallas proper
East
for a little bit.
Texas. East
Yeah.
Texas. I mean, born in Plano, raised out in East Texas on a farm. So
As
yeah,
we
huge
all
shout out.
say, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it because I'm Texan. Born, raised, by God shall die. There you go.
Yeah,
That's what
there
we
you
say.
go. There you
This
go.
is a Texas show instead CRO-Tank.
Yeah, this
It's
is
a
the
Tex
Texas
tank.
tank.
It's a
Yeah.
I
Tex tank.
forgot about the Californians, bro.
No,
I see
man, me and
everything
you,
through
Oh, they're
my
all
we're a
coming here,
minority
buddy.
over
periscope.
here, bro. We're a minority today, man.
Lynx,
We're
now I know why you
overpowered.
brought me in.
Who knew? I didn't know it'd be the Texas show. I didn't know we were
Texas is the
hijacking.
best.
I didn't know we were hijacking Chronos, but let's do it. Continue on, Slavic. Let's hear about your project.
Yeah, 100%. I'll just start off with me. My name is Blake. I'm the doxed founder of the Slavic Fruit Farm. You can call it Slavic. It originates from the word Slavichik, which my great grandparents ended up changing to Slavic when they came over from Yugoslavia and founded their farm up in Pennsylvania.
No
And that's where
way.
the
Wait,
yeah,
wait, wait. Yugoslavia, you say? So I'm from
yeah,
Croatia, so we're from the
that's what's up.
same, neck of the woods, except I'm the latest gen. I'm not like, my
Yeah.
accent is so goddamn thick, so you can tell I'm Croatian from over there. But anyways, now I can even relate more to you because I was wondering last time I was in a tunnel somewhere under Tokyo, and you were speaking, and the project was so cool, and Lynx was like, "Wow, your art is amazing." And things as such. And I was just thinking for the last 15 minutes, you were speaking like Slavic, Slavic. Is this really from my neck of the woods?
No,
But now I know the history, I guess. So thank you for
I
that.
got I got I got to tell you when I initially started looking at this project and I this is me. I'm always a skeptic, right? I was going through and I'm like, no, I'm not going to like this project and I'm pulling things apart. And then I start getting into the details. I was like, oh my God, I love this project. I love it.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, my dad's side is from Czech, and my mom's side is from Yugoslavia. So I'm just the ultimate mixture there for you, Rockstar.
I love to hear that.
Yeah, definitely. So I can go into the project now. We have been developing this for a little over 4 months now. We have a core team of 3 devs. We have over 2 Blender artists, followed by 2 Pixel artists. One that does the main art for us, and one that has a lot of the animations on our website. He's also a streamer, and that's followed by about 10 advisors that I have on my back end. So just a little experience from me. I've been in NFTs for a little over a year now, and I've had the privilege to work with a lot of successful projects over on Ethereum. Examples: Apes 3D, Cunning Foxes, Prometo Project. They're all doing it big time over there. So I have these guys on my back end that have been guiding me anytime I come up on a road bump or a speed bump, whatever you want to call it. They always have my back there. So yeah, we've been developing it for about 4 months, and just about 2 weeks ago, shout out my guy Jello Mold in the chat here. He's got one of our Genesis Fruit Farm chickens over from the Ethereum chain. He's like, you got to come check out what's happening on Kronos. And just so far, it's been all love. It's I'll look back on it, and it's going to be the best decision we could have made for our community and project. Just on the fees alone, it's pretty amazing over here. I call it the promised land. Everyone's still innovating. Everyone's still, developing the land, you can say, and we're just grateful to be here. So yeah, the our original collection is going to be dropping on lootpad.io. Shout out to Grayson, Chris, all the guys at Lootpad. Absolutely certified beauties over there. They're an amazing group of guys. They're onboarding a lot of projects. Like us, we had a lot of stuff ready to go, so a bunch of them sometimes don't, and those guys over there help them develop and help them push their vision forward. Yeah, Rockstar, what's up, man?
Yeah, so one of my questions that I don't believe I asked you last time on the CRO-Tank was, so if you're minting on LootPad, is it just same as MetaMask wallet with Crow, or do you
Yeah,
need to
yep.
have loot tokens, or is that not needed?
Yeah, so the one benefit you can get is just like the Abisus founders members. If you hold a looter, you're going to get a little discount on that as well. But yeah, simple MetaMask. As long as you have your network ready to go, got the Crow filled, you're going to be able to mint our fruit farmers. If you have the privilege to be on the farm list, which is our white list, it's going to be 75 Crow followed by 100 Crow public sale, March 24th.
Wow, that's coming up soon. So I guess since both of us are impressed, Lynx and myself, and even Ozzy was on board with your project, with the art itself, with the cost, with the price, and just the people that you're working with and the dev team behind you. I would recommend you show up for Sunday as well
Yeah,
to
we'd
the
love to be there,
space
man.
and give us one more push, for everybody to know that you're coming out here on the March 24th. Really, really cool project. I'm gonna be digging into a little bit more details right now, but
Yeah.
I guess do we have any other questions from the audience? Text us.
Yeah, I'm looking at the SlavicFruitFarm.io, and it's one of the highest quality websites with graphics, and I'm very impressed. It has a retro Super Nintendo vibe, and the pixel art combined with the 3D art, it just really pops out. It's definitely well edited. There's not a lot. There's no spelling errors or grammar mistakes, and those are like kind of the red flags I'm looking at. So well done on that.
Thank you there, sir. Yeah, I didn't even realize we do have our own in-house web developer as well that has been working on this website for a while. And our team is from around the world. Our main artist is a woman as well, so huge shout out to her. And yeah, I'm glad there was no grammatical errors because I am terrible at English. I speak the Texas English, so. But yeah, Lynx, how we doing? I saw my boy Ramen, but Rockstar,
Yeah.
we would love to be there Sunday, right after Ramen's crunch time. Let's go.
So I didn't know that your artist was a woman artist. Is that what you just said?
Yeah, she's awesome. We've been the farmers that you see right there. They've gone through about 12 upgrades,
Sure.
and it's all done by her. She's absolutely amazing.
Well, I believe Intrepid, she was in she's still here. Intrepid is here. She's part of the leadership crew for the ladies in the LHRC. And I'm sure that they would love to have your artist come present your project at the Ladies of LHRC on Thursday nights, especially given that that's a female artist. I
Yeah,
don't know how y'all feel about
she's definitely super awesome. Her name is Chris. She's not the best at English. So maybe if I can bring her on board with me, we'd be open to something like that, of course.
Sure, I'll work up a DM conversation with everybody and we can work something out, I'm sure.
Right
Because
on, right on.
we're very multicultural here in Kronos, right? We don't want people to
100%.
feel left out just because of language barriers. It's the modern era. There's no such thing as a language barrier anymore. We're working through it.
And
I was
shout out
gonna say,
Welty for bringing in the Spanish classes there. I know everyone in Texas, if you know Spanish, you're 20 million times better off. So that's super beautiful, Welty, that you're doing those classes there. I'm going to attend. So.
and I was gonna add, if she speaks Yugoslavian, Slavic, then I could help translate.
Oh man, she's sadly not from the Yugoslav. We don't have anyone that is actually from the native country, sadly. But let's go,
You,
Ramen. We got a
you
question
got
for
me,
you.
man. Hey, you got
Yeah,
me.
hey, yeah, Rockstar's on the team. Let's go, Ramen, my man, my main man, Ramen.
Yo, my boy, Slavi. Also owner of a gen. You know that Slavic actually made me. I purchased an ETH NFT, and that was my first ETH NFT, and it was a Genesis chicken. And I only did that because he's Crow fan. But I don't need to tell everybody about how dope the Slavic Fruit Farm project is. Let me just attest to like the character, his humble ask, and even offline in our conversations, extremely intelligent individual. I don't want to dox, his vocational efforts, but just extremely accomplished. And so we all know in CrowFam, it's not necessarily we're investing in JPEGs or utilities. We're investing in the actual people behind the project. And I couldn't speak more highly of Slavic Fruit Farm and the immense activity that has been put in the Twitter spaces in the community, so on and so forth. That's all I got to say, man. I'm so proud and so pumped for you. So this is awesome.
I really appreciate you there, Roman. I'm growing, and even if it's 0.00%, I'm striving to be better every day. So I appreciate that.
Very Kaizen of you.
Texas, you have your hand up, and I see that Up, who is actually one of our regular panelists, is in the room. So we might try to bring him up if he's available.
Slavic, I looked at your team of 12, which is an impressive group, and I noticed that each one of them, for the most part, has a different fruit as their headpiece. Can you tell us a little bit of sneak peek of some of the fruits that are going to be presented with the farmers?
Yeah, 100%. We are going to have, I think it's, like I said, we've gone through about 12 upgrades. I think every upgrade we wanted to add some new type of fruit, whether it's a color or what it may be. So we've got, the fan favorite watermelon and strawberry. That's where I'm headed. And of course, in my profile here, you have the dragon fruit. That's followed by two colors of grapes. We have some figs. Fig maybe not be too popular here in Texas, but I love figs. Pretty popular around the world. And yeah, there's some more special ones in there that you'll find.
Is a tomato a fruit in your book?
I'd say a tomato is a fruit. To me, tomato is pretty sweet. Looks like a fruit, tastes like a fruit. So we do have a corn as well. So that's kind of like the throwing the fork in the road there. It's not necessarily a fruit, but we grew corn on the Slavic fruit farm, so he had to get one. He's the coolest one, I think. Corn mixed with the spacesuit. He's the best.
Very, very
Oh,
cool.
thank you for
Yeah,
coming up and presenting. Oh, we have Mr. Woke with
Mr.
a
Woke.
hand up.
I was just looking a little bit at your website there. Can you tell me about that casino event?
Yeah, 100%. So in my time, like I said, I've been in NFTs for over a year now, and I've been in crypto for well over 2 years. And just like anything, my motto is it's not about what you know, it's about who you know. And I've been able to stumble across many event planners that are hooked into Decentraland, and that's where I can also go into our metaverse aspect. But we will be having a event at what used to be the biggest casino in Decentraland, Tamanoia Casino. They've recently come out with two other casinos that kind of blow it out of the water because they have wearables and bonuses, and gamblers are going to gamble. But this one is definitely the most aesthetic pleasing and has this beautiful Japanese vibe. And I actually held an event there back in September, and it was amazing. So yeah, March 24th, Tamanoia Casino. We're gonna have our in-house DJ. He's from France. His name is Buffalo Music. As a native Texan, I love bluegrass music, and this guy is just fucking killing it in France. And he's gonna be performing there live. So shout out him.
That's amazing. Well, I'm glad you could join us yet again on CRO-Tank. Thank you for coming back up this evening. And I think we're going to move to blockheads real quick, unless anybody has any other questions. Okay. So I know Blockheads was not expecting to be up this evening, but I know he's got a new project that's just starting to develop. So he's not ready to do a shill. Please keep that in mind. This is not a shill. It's just sort of a preview of something that's developing in our community. So Blockheads, do you want to start with telling us a little bit about your space and what your passion has become within the Crow fam?
Hey, thank you so much, Lynx and Crypto Rockstar, everybody in space, woke. Um, Most definitely, thank you guys for having me up. I did not expect this. Texas, how you doing? Wealthy, everybody. Yeah, so like Link said, this is most definitely not a shield because everything is not set in stone, and it's definitely the beginning for myself. I've been starting a weekly space every Wednesday at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, and basically speaking about mental health, and bringing awareness to mental health. Sorry, whether if it's in NFT spaces, in the cryptocurrency community, or either in real life. Just trying to bring awareness to the situation all around the board, and doing artwork, and get involved with different um, different people and joining into different spaces. Just trying to spread the love, and continue to promote self-love and peace, because it's important to all aspects of life. And by myself being a young father, young husband, and just still finding myself in life, um mental health is important to me. So um I'm thinking that working with the people that I'm working with now, I've had maybe 50 plus of my NFTs on CDC. They were uncurated. They all sold out. Thanks to the LHRC community. I love those guys and girls, and they love me as well. Um, it happened maybe last month at the at the end of last month, sold out of those blockheads, and now I'm working with some of the how do I say it, Lynx? Some of the more influenced uh community members.
Yes, sir. You're with the same crew that Welty's working with, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, so that's awesome. So I'm working with some people trying to run into better partnerships, get another artist onto the second round of blockheads, because if you look on CDC, you can definitely notice that I created those blockheads myself. And if you hold one, consider yourself a founding member. um, so when everything is set in stone and paperwork and all that stuff is gone through, hopefully we'll be done found a new artist to get the blockheads revamped. Hopefully we'll be able to find some if not passive utility to go along with it. We'll definitely look forward to having some in real life utility to go along with it. Maybe some therapy or motivational speeches or whatever that it may take to help get the balls rolling. Maybe a merch store or whatever it is to get some utilities going behind the project. And like I said, nothing is set in stone. Everything is just up in the air right now, bouncing great ideas off of wonderful people in the community that's willing to most definitely help me get where I'm going, help get the project where it needs to be. Um, Most of all, to bring awareness, because it's not about me or nor the project or the blockheads. It's about bringing awareness to the mental health issues abroad. Um, so the fact that there are a lot of people in the community that actually, not to say amens this, but can see this actually happening or something, going further with this. I think I'm excited. I'm more than excited at this point. My palms is sweaty. I can't stop talking. So if somebody would cut me off, it would be awesome.
Well, I will cut you off, sir. Thank you so much for coming and giving us a preview. And when you're a little further down the road and you've got your roadmap and your project a little more lined out, we would love to have you apply to come back to CRO-Tank to actually do your show and see how the community responds. But I know you're so active in the community and you're such a wonderful spokesperson about mental health in the community. I couldn't pass up the opportunity to give the community a quick preview of what you're working on, so that people can reach out and give you support. So I think that's amazing and fantastic. So thanks for being here tonight.
Thank you so much for the opportunity, Links. Thank you so much.
Yeah, 100%. All right. Oh, we've got a request to come up. Hold on one second. I'm going to bring Fat Monkey up. And then I'm going to ask for Mr. Woke to close us out this evening because we are actually running just a few minutes over. Fat Monkey, what's up? Maybe he's not through the time loop yet. Fat Monkey, you got something for us?
Yeah, I just had to come up and shield my buddy. Click on my PFP. That's the blockheads. That's all.
Oh, you've got the Blockheads PFP. All right, I'll share it to the space right quick.
And again, shout out to all the Lazy Horse NFTs in this space. There's just so many of them. I think this is the majority of any space that I've seen so far. Lazy Horse race community is so strong. Shout out to everybody in here. What's up? I know we're in the same time zone. Hope to hear from you. Hopefully tomorrow if you can join us. I know you're busy, but it's been an impressive space. Really amazing. So good to hear from Slavic, from Wealthy, Chupacabra, all everybody who came up and spoke, contributed. Red Falcon has some news that he's going to share with us soon. Sunday Space is just a little quick preview links while you're looking at that up. We are going to have returning artists pitching their new projects. There's an amazing drop for Easter, and you guys can guess who the artist is. We will have CDC staff that will be back tomorrow, and hope to hear more updates. We're going to have obviously Wealthy and Slavic come up and tell us more details about their upcoming drops in Chronos as well. So I guess I'm very disappointed, Lynx, that you didn't say, "Hey, CRS, why don't you close it out?" Because I have a Young Hustler debut song for Abyssus Bay, and I'm
Oh,
not sure if Wolf has it or
oh,
not. So I was so
Oh,
hyped up.
I was gonna say shout out to Lazy Horse Race Club and play the jam for them all showing up tonight. I mean, shout out to the Crow
Let's do
fam.
that one, and then I'll play the Abyssus Bay one at the end.
before we roll into that, gentlemen, I would like to point out that the Sunday Crypto Rockstar space is posted in the Jumbotron. Please find it on the Jumbotron and set your reminders. We'll see you on Sunday.
I got you. Quick fingers.
I'm in the race club, the Lazy Horse Race Club. Hey, yeah, I'm in the race club, the Lazy Horse Race Club. Don't saddle up, cause the crowd about to chase us. No, I don't need no fancy clothes or no makeup, cause I'm a cowboy in the Lazy Horse Race Club. The Lazy Horse Race Club. Don't saddle up, cause the crowd about to chase us. No, I don't need no fancy clothes or no makeup, cause I'm a cowboy in the Lazy I got my Race Club. My cowboy hat, and I might be a little dirty, and my clothes don't match, but I don't need all that. I need born cash so I can keep my lazy horse running on the right track. I don't get my horse confused. My horse gon' break the rules. I got a lazy horse that go harder than me and you. Don't think my horse is weak. Don't think my horse is cheap. Don't try to break my horse, cause we are not the weakest link. I sit back and I think it's just my horse and me. But we don't run alone, we got a whole community. Come over to the stables, look around and you gon' see all walking tall cowboys in the Lazy Horse Race Club. The Lazy Horse Race Club. Don't saddle up, cause the crowd about to chase us. No, I don't need no fancy clothes or no makeup, cause I'm a cowboy in the Lazy Horse Race Club. The Lazy Horse Race Club. Don't saddle up, cause the crowd about to chase us. No, I don't need no fancy clothes or no makeup, cause I'm a cowboy in the Lazy Horse Race Club.
Yo, shout out to Ball Out Crypto and shout out to the Lazy Horse Race Club and everybody in here. Thank you, Lynx CRO-Tank, for inviting me
Yeah,
as a special guest tonight.
absolutely. We're so glad you could join us. And Crypto Rockstar rugged out, but he's on his way back up because he wants to play the new Abesis bass song. So let's hang
All
tight.
right, I'm back. Thank you, Lynx. Can you guys hear me all right?
There he is. Sure
Here
can.
we go, guys. New song. Young Hustler again.
Stepping into the space, everybody checking my PFP. They like, hey, bro, this is dope. Where'd you cop that at? I'm like, really, bro, you know, best marketplace in the world. A piece of bag, look, cause a piece of bag got whatever you need today. A piece of bag, yeah, a piece of bag got whatever you need today. A piece of bag, I wish you luck, wealth and prosperity while fishing on the bay. For one of a kind art design, catching every day. Scrolling, clicking on the bait. Don't drop, still it coming, and I ain't the way to find a member secure. And I'm loaded with pro, this kind outside of this world. And you know how it go, as we approaching the mint. Looking true to convince, this the best marketplace ever exists. Cause a piece of bag got whatever you need today. A piece of bag, yeah, a piece of bag got whatever you need today. A piece of bag, so work the bargain, cause the marketplace is awesome. Love the fact my wallet's even safe while I'm shopping. Right along with the drops, getting 50 crow off, so you know I'm about to copy. The minute that they drop and talking horses, the meerkats, robots, the cyborg. That's grown a few months and I have yet to cut an ice or stake the VIP. That alone make it die hard. The way it's going, look, I think I'm about to buy more of a piece of bag. Got whatever you need today. Hey, yeah, they do piece of bag. Got whatever you need today. A piece of bag, yeah, a piece of
Hey, Rockstar, can you send that to me? Because honestly, I couldn't hear most of that song. It was just rugging for me the whole time. I was enjoying the beats that I could hear, but I really could not hear it. Can you send that so I can listen? Because that it sounded really dope, man. It sounded fresh.
I don't know if everybody else heard it, but Mr. Woke, this is the dopest song of the week. And you know what?
I'm telling, it sounded dope, man. I want to hear it.
When
All I
Ball
hear
Out
was just the little chime in the background. It sounds really clean.
when Ball Out Crypto created the first song, and we've been rocking it for like a month, I think, and I felt like, hey, we need to get another one. And he's like, yeah, I'm working on it, and nothing, drought. And then Young Hustler came around, and there was a competition between the two, and now we're getting all these amazing drops from both. You know what I mean? So healthy competition creates, immense projects and art. So I'm really excited to play this one tomorrow.
They
Ozzy will actually
such
post this, or Links. I think you may have access to it as well from this account. So yeah, definitely.
Mhm. But they have such great synergy. I have to admit that our musician artists and the Kronos chain have amazing synergy. It's just incredible to see them working together. I know it looks like they're competitive, but it's truly an artistic synergy. It's amazing.
100% Links, and they are building the Crow fam. I mean, they're the ones that go to our defense and put all the bad actors into their spots and places. I mean, they're really looking out for each other, and they're looking out for ourselves, and they're amazing people. Every time I speak to them, they're really good, what they bring to the value wise. So it's not about their own individual success, but it's rather value for the Crow fam. So with that, I have nothing else to
Oh,
say, Links.
I have one quick thing to plug that we're going to see Young Hustler at NFT Week in Miami. For anybody who's going to be there, they will be at the Thesis Bay after party. So that happened today. So if you will be at NFT Week, please DM me under my Lynx account, not the CRO-Tank account. We'll get you hooked up with details on how you can see him perform live.
Links, will we see photos on Twitter and videos, and kind of keep us informed for the folks that are in down under region in Asia or all over the world, so we can keep up with the things that
Just
you're doing?
maybe, as long as I'm behind the camera and not in front of the camera, that might happen.
All right, I think we know your PFP, so there's nothing to be hiding about. You're pretty handsome person there behind that PFP. So,
I tend to hide. I tend to hide in public. That's okay.
oh
Well, you
yeah,
got your hand up. You ready to roll us out of here?
How would you like me to close this out here? I was going to do a little shameless plug with the Blue Chip Stables. If you
You
guys
can do
have
your
not
shameless
checked,
plug, and then if you could do some little funny joke, because you have such a great sense of humor.
oh yeah, yeah, Blue Chip Stables. If you guys have not checked out, we have our first episode that we just put out this week, and we are as soon as we get done with here, I'm about to go get the second episode rolling. So yeah, check that out. It is on our Blue Chip Stables Twitter page. And as far as the joke,
I'm putting you on the spot to do one of your woke voices. That's what I brought you up here
I
for.
tell you what, if you come into Leo's Lounge or you come into the Blue Chip Stables, you better be packing those ponies and those horses and be putting it up, because I tell you what, you come at me and you look at me funny with a zebra and that volatility, me and my bond cats, we're gonna take care of you. And Pirate J, he stands in front of the door. He don't ever let anybody out. I tell you what, that dude has picked up a horse. I've seen it. And the dude has one leg. I'm not joking. That dude's crazy.
Thank you so much. Crypto Rockstar, do you have any closing words for us this evening?
no, I'm just really thankful for everyone for being here, contributing. Really cool projects coming our way with Welty, Slavic, Block, as well as all the other people. Shout out to all the people in this space, and hope to see you all on Sunday morning or Sunday evening, wherever you are.
Thanks everybody for joining us this evening. And a quick last little shout out. Thank you, Texas. I know we kind of skipped over you, but thanks for filling in as a host this evening. So much appreciated to everybody. And we will see you on Sunday Space.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
He had to do the Texas thing, y'all.
Y'all come back now, you hear?